Hello everyone, welcome to our topic for today, working with AliExpress during the Covid-19 outbreak. If you don't know me guys, my name is Sapir, I'm a dropshipper and I run eBay stores for SaleFreaks. I've prepared for you today a really hot topic on how to work with AliExpress. So let's get started. So we're going to talk about a couple of topics today. The first is, why is it important to work with quality suppliers in AliExpress? Then we'll talk about the slowness in shipping. We'll talk about our new feature, which is the AliExpress auto ordering, and we'll finish with how to upload items in bulk. So these are all topics, questions actually I saw you asking in our group and forums, and I've decided to just make one organized video about it. So without further ado guys, let's get started. So let's talk about the importance of quality suppliers. So a lot of times I hear people in forums and Facebook groups and whatnot complaining that especially now, but in general, they can't communicate well with their supplier on AliExpress. The supplier doesn't reply. The supplier lies about the shipping company he uses to ship the item, and so on. And I've done a big webinar on AliExpress when we first started to integrate it into SaleFreaks, and I'll even put in the comments a link to that video because it was a very extensive video. But essentially, those people who are complaining about these problems, well, they don't work with quality suppliers. Okay, so there is a way to filter out, the untrustworthy, the bad suppliers, and keep only the good ones. So we really want to work with trustworthy suppliers who would answer our messages. Okay, especially during this pandemic time now. Okay, there are a lot of delays and cancellations and whatnot, and you have to have strong communication with your supplier, which is a difficult task in and of itself, because not all Chinese have good English, but at least you'll get a response. Stick to suppliers with over 1 year of experience and who have over 96% positive feedback. A good supplier also should have a score of 4.7 or above in all subcategories. So don't worry if it doesn't say anything to you. We'll go to AliExpress in a bit and I'll show you what I mean. So let's get out of this and let's go here. So I've opened my account on SaleFreaks, okay, and I want to show you one of my items. So this is the item page on AliExpress. So it doesn't really matter the item itself, okay? I just want you to see here on the top portion of the screen, you have here the name of the supplier, and you have here his metrics. So if I'll just hover over it with my mouse, you can see that this store has been opened on 2015. So this guy has couple of experience on the platform, okay, during which he had 97.2 positive feedback, which is a lot, okay? You don't get this amount of positive feedback unless you're doing something right as a seller on AliExpress, I mean. So you can be sure that this seller has both experience and he's really reliable. Now, when I talk about subcategories, I talk about this. See? This. Now, it's out of 5. Okay, so what do I mean? I love to work with suppliers who have at least 4.7. Now, you may call me picky, okay? Let's say, for example, this is 4.6, but this is not a deal breaker because all in all, the metrics here are very good. But the point I'm insisting on really high positive metrics is because the difference between a seller who has 94% of positive feedback and 4.3 or only 4 out of 5 between a seller like this is enormous. Okay, the difference could be enormous. Okay, now you have here a section on communication. So this is the how fast the seller usually replies, or if he usually replies. So you can see this seller has a really high score. So during this this coronavirus pandemic, you really want to narrow it down and work only with very, very, very good suppliers. Not only good suppliers, but very, very, very good suppliers. So I hope you know what I mean now, guys. Okay, so there's never a 100% guarantee, but from my experience, if you follow these criteria to choose your suppliers, and again, I've talked about it in the big webinar I mentioned before, which I'll give you a link later. I talk about the importance of filtering good suppliers, and if you follow this criteria, you'll be sure to minimize unhappy incidents with suppliers. Okay, so let's talk about slowness in shipping. So again, if you've been wandering around the internet lately, around Facebook groups, dropshipping groups, and so on, especially AliExpress dropshipping groups, even if it's Shopify or Amazon, you'll see a lot of people complain about shipping. So you have to understand something. At first, I think it was on January or so, like the end of January, when the whole Corona thing just started, and it was only in China, not really the rest of the world, right? So the Chinese they didn't really work. So fulfillment centers weren't really working, and there was a delay in shipping. Now in April or May, when the Chinese are back to work, but now it's the rest of the world that's sort of shut down. It makes sense, guys? So even if you're Chinese supplier on AliExpress, he gives you tracking number within 3-4 days, which is normal. It doesn't guarantee that the item will actually be shipped out of China, because the destination countries actually are really they're closed, some sort of. Okay. So think about that. So this is really causing shipping to be very, very slow. Okay, so you have to understand that everything will take longer now, no matter where you ship it, whether it's the United States or Europe or whatever. Okay, and also the prices have gone much up. Okay, because there is so much demand and they can't ship it. So take that into consideration. Okay, so let's talk about shipping to the United States, because I know many of you guys, SaleFreaks users, we sell to the United States. So actually, if you ship from AliExpress from China to the United States, you have no other option than to keep ePacket. So, there are a couple of shipping methods, right? The most famous one is ePacket. Okay, which is really the fastest one. I mean, it's a shipping method that takes, in normal times, of course, about 2 weeks to get to the United States. And how do they accomplish that? By putting the item on civil flights. Okay, so think about that. There are so much less civilian flights right now, right? So instead of 2 weeks, ePacket can take up to 60 days. They even, some sellers don't even use it. If we go back to our previous example before, I'll just mark something. So you can see here in the shipping methods this supplier offers, you don't really even see ePacket. And I sourced this item. I uploaded this item to SaleFreaks on 48 days ago. So back then, right, which is like almost 2 months. So back then, I only used sellers who offer ePacket. And now you don't see ePacket at all. You only see AliExpress standard shipping. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about AliExpress standard shipping in a minute. I'm just saying that ePacket is no longer the favorable shipping method to use out of China because it doesn't have any advantages anymore. Okay, so if you ship to the United States, you can keep the ePacket, but we'll talk about it in a second. Okay, better to do is AliExpress standard shipping. Okay, we'll talk about in a second what is AliExpress standard shipping. Now, if you ship to the rest of the world, which I recommend because, you know, if we're already using a Chinese supplier, you can ship to the entire world, right? Because when you use an American supplier, let's say Walmart or Amazon, which are suppliers who only ship inside the United States, and let's say on your eBay store, you want to ship it globally, right? Then you have to use like another mediator, right? You have to use either HipShipper or the global shipping program, eBay global shipping program. But if you ship directly from China, then you can already ship it to wherever you want in the world. So I do recommend shipping to the rest of the world, okay? So if you ship to the rest of the world, please use AliExpress standard shipping. So you can see from what I've written here in the presentation that you should use AliExpress standard shipping in any way, okay? Now let's talk about what is AliExpress standard shipping. So many people know ePacket, which is it's a carrier, it's a shipping company on its own, right? And you have UPS and FedEx and whatnot. But what is AliExpress standard shipping? AliExpress standard shipping is a logistics company owned by Alibaba Group. So you see, it's not a company by itself. I mean, it's not a carrier, okay? It's a company. It's a company, okay? This method of delivery, you will meet, not interesting. This is what I wanted you to see. The principle of operation is such that the company is not a delivery service. Even in this stage of business giant acts as an intermediary, taking over parts of the logistics and control problems of the parcel. So you see, they're a mediator, they're a delivery service, they're not a company, okay? AliExpress standard shipping cooperates with many postals and carriers, Singapore Post, Post in Finland, and whatnot. That means that when you go to this supplier and you order, right, this clock, whatever, and you choose to ship it with AliExpress standard shipping, you don't really know what kind of tracking number you're gonna get, right? You can get China Post tracking number. You can get a Singapore Post tracking number. You can get a UPS tracking number. You can get all kinds of tracking numbers because this is like a generic name of an semblance of carriers, okay? Whatever fits in the moment and your destination, of course. So for specific in the case of United States, AliExpress standard shipping, okay? AliExpress, the company AliExpress uses ePacket carrier to ship to the United States. So whether you choose AliExpress or ePacket, if your destination is United States, it's the same thing, okay? Because ePacket is ePacket, and if you choose to ship it with AliExpress, they will go for ePacket as well. Okay, guys, you follow me? So this is what I said here, that if you ship to the United States, no other option than to keep ePacket or AliExpress standard shipping, because in the case of the United States, it's the same. Okay, but for the rest of the world, let's say I want to ship to France or the Netherlands or whatever, then I can choose AliExpress standard shipping, and they will use another carrier which fits. Okay, guys, I hope so far so good. So where does this all leads us? So two things. First of all, I've asked R&D, okay, to change SaleFreaks default to AliExpress standard shipping instead of ePacket. What do I mean? I told you guys that I have uploaded this item almost 2 months ago, right? Now, when I upload this, and in general, when I teach people how to source items from AliExpress, I always tell them to go for suppliers with good metrics, of course, and suppliers who offer ePacket shipping. Okay? But now, if the supplier didn't offer ePacket shipping, like in this case, then if you try to upload this item to SaleFreaks, it would consider it as out of stock. Okay, but now I have asked R&D to change the default from ePacket to AliExpress standard shipping, which means that, let's say, a month ago, this kind of item, would considered out of stock, right? Because it doesn't have an option for ePacket. Now it won't. It won't consider to be out of stock, okay? Because now the default will be AliExpress standard shipping. Okay, and I've done a little research. Okay, it doesn't happen in all items. Let's check another item. Just a random item. It doesn't happen in all items, but from what I've seen, a lot of suppliers in AliExpress literally just took down the ePacket, and now they only ship with AliExpress standard shipping. So let's see what this seller offers. You see? AliExpress standard shipping, and you don't even see ePacket here anymore. Okay? And I can guarantee, guys, that this used to be ePacket once. Okay? Let's look at one last example. Maybe this. I'll just, okay. And for some reason it's on Israel. So let's say I want to ship it to United States. But this is what I'm talking about, shipping worldwide. You see, before it was on Israel, and it worked. So where is it changing? Okay, so we're shipping to the United States now, and let's see what we got. Okay, still no ePacket. Oh, okay, so there is an ePacket here, and you have also AliExpress standard shipping. Now, look at the delivery date. Okay, so it's basically the same. I would say it's even better to go for AliExpress standard shipping, okay, because it's cheaper, and it will get 5 days earlier. It's only an estimated delivery, I should say. Okay, so take into consideration that, during the process, it could lengthen. Okay, it could lengthen, and it's annoying. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, let's log in for a second to my account. Oh, wait. So I personally have orders from April that are still stuck in China. Okay, and a lot of people have this too. So I'll show you what I mean. Look at this. Look at this. This is an order placed in April 13th. Okay, and look at this. Okay, so I do have a tracking number. Sorry, it's a bit slow. I do have a tracking number, but look at this. It's not even departed the country of origin, meaning it's still in China. Okay, and it's almost been a month. Okay, and if it doesn't convince you, okay, take a look at this. April 8th. Okay, the same thing. Look at this, April 2nd, same thing. So I've checked them before. So this is like a month and it's still in China, okay? And this should be getting to the United States already, okay? So imagine yourself that you want to order this item, okay? And they say it will get within a month, right? Because today is May the 5th, and let's say it should get within a month, okay? Here is a month and it's still inside China. So honestly, I don't know how come I didn't get a complaint from the buyer yet, or item not received. Knock on wood. I hope the buyer doesn't complain. But this is only like 3 orders because I personally stopped working with AliExpress. Imagine what will happen if you had 100 items like this. Okay, so this is a disaster. So what I offer you, instead of, I asked R&D to change the default to AliExpress standard shipping. So besides that, I recommend to change your business policy, okay, and lengthen it to 10 handling days, 10 business days, and then put economy shipping from China. Usually I recommend, again, in normal times, I recommend people to, when they ship to the United States, I tell them, don't put economy shipping, it's too long, okay? Too bad. I mean, you can use standard shipping from China, but nowadays I tell you, no, go for economy shipping from China. Okay, this is like 35 business days, which in regular days gives you almost 2 months. Okay, so this should cover you on eBay. This should cover you on eBay. So both for USA and the rest of the world, change your business policy to 10 handling days and economy shipping from China. Okay, plus we're shifting towards, it should happen automatically to all the items you've already uploaded, okay, and items you will upload in the future. It should shift towards default of AliExpress standard shipping. Okay. Of course, guys, if you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments, okay? And I'll check them and I'll answer you whatever you need. Okay, so I also want to talk about our new feature, okay, which is AliExpress auto ordering. So I know it's not the greatest time, not the greatest timing because of the corona and stuff, but it's worth mentioning that we do offer auto ordering service. So much like Amazon, right? If you use SaleFreaks, you know that you just add up your account, your Amazon account, and orders will be fulfilled automatically through your account. So this is the same thing here now with AliExpress. Just upon adding your AliExpress account to SaleFreaks, orders will start to be fulfilled automatically. Okay, now since AliExpress doesn't mind dropshipping, okay, you don't really need to have 20 accounts, okay, like you do with Amazon accounts, okay? One is enough, okay? One is enough, and orders will be fulfilled automatically from your account. Now, it's worth mentioning that for this moment, at this time of this video, tracking numbers will still have to be uploaded manually, okay? So our R&D are working on it, okay? Because again, if we compare it to Amazon, right, then tracking numbers are being uploaded both to SaleFreaks and eBay automatically. But here at the moment of this recording of this video, you have to do it manually. So let's say you upload items from AliExpress, right? You upload them to your store using SaleFreaks, right? And let's say you have an order. So this order will now be fulfilled through your AliExpress account, right? And you'll get an email about it, right? You'll get an email that you have an order. Okay, great. Now you'll get another email when you have a tracking number. You won't be able to see the tracking number from the email, but you'll be noticed. So you can log into your Amazon account, okay? Your AliExpress account, and track and get the tracking number. And of course, much like Amazon, check your purchase issues for orders that didn't go through automatically. So if you don't know, guys, let's go to my SaleFreaks. So in the dashboard, right, you have your purchase issues, which is basically a list of orders that for some reason didn't go through automatically. So you'll see it in a moment. Right here, I have 2 orders. Okay, and if I click on it to see why they weren't fulfilled automatically, I will usually have the reason. Okay, so this is out of stock, and basically out of stock as well. Okay, so you can check here. This doesn't happen much in AliExpress as it does in Amazon. Okay, but potentially, changes could prices could change, right? And you get negative profit or something like that, or changes in stock. So if you have any issues with the orders that prevented it from being fulfilled automatically, you will see it on your dashboard in your purchase issues. So that's really exciting, guys. That's really exciting, because even though for the moment I emphasize, because eventually it will get uploaded automatically, but even though you have to upload the tracking number to yourself, this will save you a lot of time, because orders will be fulfilled automatically, and that's always great news. Of course, cashback, very, very important, guys. So we support a cashback portal that's called Quidco, okay, quidco.com, which provides about 4% cashback. Okay, they say 8, but we've done some experiments and we see they give 4 for sure. So if you don't already have a Quidco account, okay, maybe you use them for Amazon, especially if you have a UK store. But let's say you don't have a Quidco account, okay? I done an experiment today for you guys. It's very, very easy. You go here, you go to quidco.com. Okay, you create a free account, okay? I created my account, and then you just link your account to your global settings. So, right, I'll show you. So you choose your AliExpress account, store, and you'll have here all of the global settings, right? Your profit range, your break-even, setup, whatever. And if you just scroll down here to the bottom, you'll have here cashback. And if I click edit, okay, I can, let's say I've opened, okay, this is my account in Quidco, okay, and I put my password, and I want, please, you can do up to 50 items a day at around $1,000. It doesn't really matter, okay, because unlike Amazon accounts, they don't care, okay, and that's it. You add your account, okay, and from now on, orders that are being fulfilled automatically will go through your Quidco account first to get you cashback. Okay, and then you can transfer this added cashback money to your PayPal account and enjoy your cashback. One last topic for today, guys, that I wanted to talk about is I saw a question repeating itself in our groups and forums on how to upload items in bulk from AliExpress. So I've already talked about it, extensively in the webinar I mentioned in the beginning of this video, like the big webinar I did on really how to work thoroughly with AliExpress. So I don't really want to, repeat it again, but I'll just say that in one word, how do you upload items in bulk? The answer is using the file import, the SaleFreaks file import. So I'll show you what I mean. At the moment, there is no SaleFreaks locator for AliExpress. So if you don't know what the locator is, it's basically a tool inside SaleFreaks that you just copy a certain URL from your supplier, in this case, right, AliExpress, and then it scans all the items that are inside this URL, and then you can upload them directly to your store. So we currently have a locator for Amazon and for Walmart, but we don't have one for AliExpress. We will have a locator for AliExpress in the near future, but again, for the moment of recording this video, there isn't one. So how do you upload items? Well, guys, I strongly recommend using Zik Analytics. Zik Analytics. So Zik Analytics, you can do two things with them. So if you don't know what Zik Analytics is, you should, okay? It's a market research tool program, okay? For eBay dropshippers, it's a great tool. Okay, so option one, you can use Zik Analytics Ali Growth Scanner and upload a CSV file via the file import. So let me show you what I mean. Let's go to Zik. It's a really great program, guys. I totally recommend it. So if you go to your dashboard, you'll have here a tool called Ali Growth Scanner. If you click on it, you'll have here filters, okay, which you can just fill in. And then you'll get here a bunch of items according to your filters. So you can search more tutorials about this tool in YouTube, okay? Nahar Geva, which is the CEO of Zik Analytics, made a lot of videos about it. You can search it. But basically, you can search by sales, okay? So we'll filter sales, and I usually put minimum of 5 orders in the last 30 days with minimum price of $10, okay? Because under it, it's very hard to make a profit. Of course, now we'll go for standard shipping, right? Minimum rating of 4.7, right? We said we wanted 4.7. If you're not sure, you see, out of 5. So they mean the subcategories, okay? So 4.7, okay? And then search for the last 30 days, okay? And click search. So you get here about 17,500 items, okay? Almost 8,000 items, and you can just click on it and export it as a CSV file, okay? And once you have it, you go to SaleFreaks and you go to import, and you upload. And you upload it to SaleFreaks and save, okay? Once I click save, it will appear here. As new, okay? And it will take a couple of minutes to change to ready. When it changes to ready, you go to listing generator. Okay, you won't see it here, but it will look like, let's see if I have an example. It will look like this, like ready. Okay, and then you just click on it and you choose the store you want to upload it to and you click generate. Okay, guys, so we were at import. Let's do it in a import, right? I've uploaded the file just as it is, as I've downloaded from Zix, right? You see it in progress now, so it will soon change to ready. When it's ready, you go to listing generator, you choose the store you want to upload it to, and you click generate, and boom. Okay, the items will get uploaded to your store. Okay, so this is, you can use this. Okay, this is good for bulk uploading. So of course, you know, where was our Zik? You have 100 items per page, right? So you can also mark the next page and you'll have 200 or whatever, okay? Because after you've uploaded, SaleFreaks will still filter it for Veros and you know, stuff like that. Okay, so eventually out of 100 items that you try to upload, you'll get left with, from my experience, about a half. Okay, so make this calculation according to the number of items you want to upload to your store. The second option, which I recommend, is what I teach people, okay, and what I've taught in the big webinar that I mentioned before, that I promised to give you a link in the comments, okay, is using Zik Analytics for manual research. So I don't really want to expand on it too much, okay, because you can see it in the webinar, in the first webinar on AliExpress. But basically what you do is you use Zik Analytics to find other dropshippers. And when you find other dropshippers who you know dropship from China, then you can snatch their items and just, you know, copy them and paste them on a file, which you will then save as a CSV file and upload in the same manner I showed you. So just a quick demonstration. So we're looking for shipping location from China with a minimum of $10. Okay, and I always like to search for really current sales, and we'll look for a random keyword. Okay, and okay, I don't really want to talk about it too much because it's a little, you know, complicated, because you need to use a couple of extensions, Chrome extensions, but just to show you what I mean. Just to show you what I mean. So, for example, I'll check this item, okay? And I'll use a Chrome extension, which I do not have in incognito, so you'll have to forgive me about that. There's a certain Chrome extension which allows you to search this item on AliExpress, and you will find it. I specifically know this item to be dropshipped. Okay, I can guarantee this person dropships this item. Okay, so you collect these items. Okay, you collect their IDs. Okay, this is the item ID. I'm sorry. Let's say we found this on AliExpress. Okay, so in the URL you see here this number. On AliExpress, of course, this is the item ID. So you copy the item ID and you copy the title from eBay, and then you put it in a CSV file and you upload it to SaleFreaks, like I showed you here. Okay, and when you do, you can again upload a bunch of items at once. Okay, so I always recommend searching for 100 items, so that in the end you can stay with at least 40 to 50 items that were actually uploaded to the store. Okay, guys, so I know you must have questions for me. So this is not a live webinar, this is a recorded video. So really, if you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments. Okay, and let's do a quick recap, guys. So go for quality suppliers. So we said, especially now in this sensitive time, we want to make sure we're working with suppliers who have over 96% positive feedback, over 0.47 score in subcategories, and over 1 year of experience on the platform. Use AliExpress standard shipping instead of e-packet, and lengthen the shipping time in business policy. So we said economy shipping, both to the United States and the entire world. And in the handling time, put 10 business days. Add your AliExpress account to SaleFreaks to enjoy auto-ordering feature. Remember, for the time being, until release note, okay, you have to upload the tracking numbers manually and upload items in bulk via file import using Zeek Analytics tools, right, which was the Ali scanner, or the manual research, which if you want to know how to do it right, you can check out the big webinar I made on AliExpress. So this is it, guys. Really, one word from my personal opinion, and I emphasize it's strictly my personal opinion. Okay? I would think twice about using AliExpress at this moment because most of us ship to the United States, okay? And this time, when shipping takes so long, even inside the United States, okay, I'm talking about American suppliers who ship inside the United States, there are a lot of delays and it takes long. So I wouldn't even imagine on working with supplying overseas. Okay, so take this into consideration. If you have a brand new store, maybe it's not the wisest decision to start working with AliExpress right now. Okay, I'm sure that once the entire world will get back on its feet, then we can go back to working with AliExpress comfortably. But for now, I would think about it. Okay, but if you do want to work with AliExpress, because I know there are people who still do it successfully, then the big webinar I did on AliExpress plus this current video with the current updates should help you make profits out of AliExpress even in the coronavirus. So I hope you enjoyed, guys, and you learned something. Please leave a comment with your opinion, with your questions, anything you want. And thank you for listening. Bye-bye.